Good morning and welcome to Raw Talk. I'm John, that's Tex, and just take a look around. It's a great mixture of cars today. We've got absolute staunch muscle cars, classics, hot rods. Hey, it doesn't matter what you own, just bring it down here. As Tex is panning around, you get an idea of the class of cars that are coming through. I've even spied an old Willys Jeep in there. So it doesn't matter what you have, just get it out. You enjoy the sort of camaraderie that these guys have got. And with a bit of luck, if you have got that project in the shed that's missing that part, you might even find it. You speak to these guys, they're all like-minded, great people, and honestly, get amongst it.
In a couple of Monaros. Nice one. You know? Another one. Nice green. Ooh, haven't seen this one before. 32. You go, mate? Oh, that sounds good. Cool one. Bit of a beast. Come on. That's it, come on. Here he is.
Good morning, Texas. How are you?
Brought out the red one, eh?
Yeah, red one today. And it's a great day for it. Guy's brought out his Pontiac Trans Am. Good morning, convertible at that. And just making its way down the road is this lovely LX SLR. Look at this colour in the sun. We'll just capture this on the exhaust. Right, just have a listen to that. What a beautiful car. This owner's brought his nice Corvette out. Hey, flip up headlights.
Well, they're working.
Excellent. And as Tex just pans down the road, we're getting some cars coming through. Nice 57 Chev making its way towards us. Looks like it's a Bel Air with the chrome badges. Well, as he turns that corner, we'll know. Oh, it's a two-door or it's pillarless as well. Now that is lovely. Holy shit. What a great looking car. Oh, this HK wagon. Have a listen to that. Don't know if you can. That's definitely not standard. Blown 33. Ooh. And the P76, the young guy driving it. I love that thing. What a great car to go cruising in. Super tough HJ. That's loud. Ooh wee. Fun. It's another LX SLR. Nice colour actually. Oh shit. Morning, buddy. He's sporting the drop tank, big GDS rims under it. A classic combi making its way down the road. It just goes to show, doesn't matter what the car show is, just bring the car. Just get it out of the shed. Beautiful combi, blue over white, great people having a chat. Good morning. Oh, an old LC GTR. I recently had one of these. These are good cars. Great cars. Ooh, it's got a sneaky V8 in it. And an SSHQ. I absolutely love these things. Great car. Beautiful. And a B&S special. Oh man. He's got his VSU, probably straight out of the country. Oh, what a great car to party in. By the looks of it, we've got a nice little GT, judging by that number plate. A GT Capri. Some of them were 4 cylinders, even 6 cylinders. So the V6 in those were pretty freaking swift. And what more can you say? It says beast on the number plates. 4-door, I know that man. I'll have a chat with him later. Good morning, super tough HQ Ute. Classic EJ making its way down the road. Like a real basic colour scheme back in the day, but now it's actually, it actually works. Looks like a Triumph Stag, I'm not 100% sure, but they are great cars. Especially being the convertible and the V8 and a super tough 67. Whew. Nice Camaro, great Camaro. Look at that colour. Yeah. Look at that, classic. Yes, a 161 four-door. I'm really doubting that. It's sporting a 9-inch, big fuel system, nice sleeper. Check out that blue on that Ute. We'll get back to that one later. Great Camaro. Ooh-wee. Beautiful car, that one, yeah. So that has got a feature on the Hall of Fame. So if you want to just check out that Camaro, just look through the archives. Another beautiful HQSS. God, what a great colour. Yeah, that's like the standard. So just to imagine, you could have bought that in the day, just like this nice SLR here. Sport and hot wires, drop tank. Fantastic. Fastback Mustang. I love that colour. Another SLR making its way down the road. Blacked out rims, super tough. Looks like it's sporting a Chev. Big rims on the back, nice and cammy. You know what? No disrespect to these big Chevys, but these cab over, I don't know what they are, but man, imagine rolling down the road in that pickup. Oh, frickin' XC. I just lost for words there. That reminds me of the Cobras that everyone's so familiar with. Real nice HZ GTS. Great car, and just to think this is how they were born as well. He's got the honeycomb style rims on it. Go, buddy. Oh, it's even got the tartan interior. Rare, and I love it. Wow, great car, great car. What is that? That is a Thunderbird. What are the chances? Ooh. You could land a helicopter on that bonnet. Beautiful that's a HJX Prem style station wagon. Wow, what is that engine? Nice rod. XDs, underestimated. These are fantastic cars, especially the X Pursuit styles. Great green, S-Pack. Oh, it's a Fairmont, my apologies. No XT GT there. Elderly owner, probably original, had it since the day he was born probably. WB panel van, maybe a windowless conversion, we'll have to suss that out. HQ making its way down the road. What a great looking HQ. Well, something angry's coming down the road. Well, with a number plate like Cubic and a 6-inch cow, I'm going to say this is pretty tough. Ooh, listen to that. Nice and tammy. VHSS, great car. Oof. Spot the Ursula wheels on it. Super rare wheels on that VH. I'll have to have a chat with that owner. I don't know what that car is, but it's fantastic as well. Got a badge on it, a DeSoto. Hopefully that's got the Fireball Hemi in it. Nice HX Clubby. Sorry, that's a GDS. And this one's a Club Sport, got those confused. This one's a VY. Great cars. Great modern day classics for this style of the HSVs. We've got a Morris making its way down the road.
Chuck it all in.
Nice colour on it. Ooh, nice Trans Am. Oh, I love these things as well. 6.6 in it. Beautiful. HX Monaro. Ooh, that's fantastic as well. Listen to that. Nice and cammy. Great colour scheme. Colour-coded bumpers. Man, that's tough. A big block of oil, you'll know, making its way through. Now we just have to, once text zooms in on this, I'm not sure. 54 F100. Great looking cars. Like, oh man. You have a pickup, that's what you'd want. Nice notchback Mustang. Oh, lady owner. Respect, great car. Oh, wait. That almost looks like a standard HZ Sandman. Another Thunderbird. Those actually came optioned with a folding roof, so great car. Another 66 we have, 64. Galaxy, ooh wee. A lot of cars turning up now, so I'm going to start getting tongue-tied. It's hard when you look at these sort of, we know it's a Premier, so this is a HX, so he's whacked a Caprice grille on it. So you can usually tell by that rear trim on the boot lid there. Super tough XD. So we've got look at this, what a fantastic, it's hard to say, it's definitely a Premier, but to pick the year on these models, it gets a bit tricky without seeing its trim work. But regardless of that, that is tough as. Nice Mustang. Ooh, it's a Viper 66 on the plate. It's got like a custom colour scheme on it. Look at that. Once you see that in the sunlight, it's got purple race stripes on it. Elderly man just bringing his beautiful LTD out. Fairlane 500, was it? Gets a bit tricky after a while. A classic land yacht of the 70s. Ooh-wee. HQ Monaro, two-door, with some sort of pearl overlay. VC Commodore, yep, know those cars real well. Statesman with the classic air cleaner through the bonnet. HR, like a HJ DeVille Statesman. And this classic Fairlane front end, man, they're tough looking front ends on these cars. Beautiful XB GT. Wow. Older guys, got the big rims and tyres, rear spoiler. Man, they're good cars. What law? Yep, I'm not familiar with that sort of kit car. Reminds me of those Lotuses. The Sin Bin Express. Oh wow, even has the top sunroof, gunmetal grey, GDS rims. Nice, great car. Gotta love the old vans. Classic HT station wagon. Look at the rims and tyres on it. It's running front runners. It's got big rims and tyres on the back. Have a look at the 186 badge on it. Definitely sports some sort of Chevy on it, and it's fucking twin. 186 badge in a Prem. No way. It's out a six banger. Twin pipes out the back. That's how I would do it as well. Great Mustang. Ooh, wee. Like a Steve McQueen special. Now, the classic XE, whether it's an ESP or even a Fairmont. Look at those headlights. So you get the little extra along the front there, on the width, big Simmons under it. What a great looking car. Ooh, wee. XW, Dubster. Couple of tough cars, and check this thing out. Fairmont XY, has a shaker. And here we have this is a Hall of Fame special as well. Big Pontiac. XF sleeper. We spoke about these before. If you want to get in the car club scene, XFs are a great platform to get into now. Drop a Cleveland in them, Windsor. Has his mate behind him with a super tough Fairlane. Jesus, that Fairlane is staunch, I tell you. Great hatchback. Yeah, I've got one of these tucked away, and these are great cars. Ooh, nice HQ Monaro. Now, what do we have? We've got some sort of rotary, I'm going to say. RX3 maybe? RX2. Don't know rotaries, but I know they sound awesome. Simmons, red. What more could you want in a cruiser? And we spoke about these before as well. BJ, FJ, God knows what they are, but they are starting to become collector's items. Great cruiser. Guy's got his little LX Tirana out. Yep, that's V8. Sometimes hard to tell. I'm sitting with the wind.
Nice to hear all that noise.
Yeah.
I said it to my son, he's in bed, and I said, you need to get your bum down.
make sure it happens. Great fastback Mustang just coming through. Classic 67, 60, oh sorry, 76, 77 Camaro Z28 of that. Look how high that back end is. Chrome diff cover. Reminds me of that, I think they call it the Bumblebee out of Transformers. Beamers, I love BMWs. Sleeper car. Sneaky 6-cylinder, bucket 4-speed, great car. Ooh, modern day VE, HDT. And I know this guy, Wayne Carlucci's, this is a fantastic SLR. G'day Wayne, how are you? He's got the Pro Wheels drop tank. Look at that classic International, who? And a Rambler? Was that a Matador? I'm not familiar with these cars. Big AMC. You know, it's even a pickup. It's got this little flatbed Ute on it. What a great old girl. Yep, just throw it over the speed hump. That thing can handle it. XW station wagon. Great car. White walls, full white, with Venetians. Fantastic car. 58 Chevy. Biscayne. So that superseded the 57, of course, and you just see how much they change between those two model years. And just for reference, we do have a 57 come down the road. VT Senator. These are awesome cars as well, actually. Nice 57, Bel Air. I don't know how they class it. This might be classed as a two-door hardtop because it's got the, it might be pillars on that side there. Scraps on the number plates, but this would be his pride and joy. You know, anything like this. These are high-powered go-karts. He's got a small block Chev in it. Super light, super fun. You know, probably put it together on a budget. Great car. And it doesn't matter what you have, just bring it to these car shows, and that just absolutely proves it. Classic Cortina, these things are world's greatest sleeper. Ooh, 6-cylinder as well. Like I said, great platform for a street machine right there. Have a real close look at this car. So what this guy's done, he's grafted this body onto a BA Ute. So you look at that roof line, look how long that rear is. That's something to really pay attention to. Nice T-bucket. And also that one's in the Hall of Fame. If you want to have a quick look at it, HQ Ute. Oh, great. Another HQ Monaro. These cars are featured in the Hall of Fame, so if you want to, if they have caught your eye and you want to just know a little bit more about them, jump onto that, go through, search through the videos, and you will see it on there. And just have a look at this for a standard. Nice XC Ute. Looks like it's an S-Pack. Good condition, far out. And a walking short. This is on my bucket list. Great car. Ooh, wee. And a nice HK Bram. Wow. Looks like a custom colour. Candy apple red style with that black roof. Looks like it has a 9-inch under it.
Now we can go on more cruises.
Hey guys, John from Raw Talk, and we've got the owner of this LX Chef to Envy. He's just going to give us a brief rundown on this car. We've done a quick comparison of this style car versus the standard SLR that we just featured. So over to the owner here, Ryan. Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about your hot rod here?
Yeah, mate. Owned it for 7 years now. Took me 5 years to build. Ground up. Did all wiring myself and everything. Brake upgrades, 4-piston brakes in the front, 9-inch, 383 Chev. Basically just built it for cruising with mates and having a good time. Obviously, power to weight ratio means it goes all right with a stroker in it.
Mate, I bet you it does.
And just all custom interior and power windows and central locking and just a few little of my own touches.
And like, it's a real credit to Ryan. Ryan's done a lot of this work himself, hands-on, done the seats, done the engine, the wiring. It's packing a high stall, turbo 350. And like we were saying before, it doesn't matter what you have, just get into it. Start working on it and bring it to these car shows.
And you just got to have a vision, obviously, and just run with just have in your mind about how you want it to turn out and just go with that and make it all work.
Yeah, and that's important. Like Ryan mentioned, you've got to have that vision. If you lose track of what you're doing, you end up spending a lot of money doubling over yourself.
Yeah.
And I've seen guys do that with their builds, and then they get parked in the corner of the shed.
No. I was pretty motivated, and obviously the wife and kids were sort of behind me, so built it in the garage at home, and it's good. I'd definitely build another one, but I just love this car, driving it, and the looks and the attention it gets everywhere you go, and it's just 77 Holden Monaro, mate.
What more can we say about that?
Yeah.
Aluminium heads, Chev, flared, great car.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
No worries, thank you.
Now look at this for a street machine, HX Monaro, beautiful colour scheme. And with the HXs, by the time the muscle cars evolved, especially in the mid-70s to late 70s, this has got the billboard stripes on it. So you see it's got GDS on the side. That was more along the lines of what the SLR 5000 theme was. It has centre lines on it. Look at this interior. Like, it's fully reupholstered. Just this colour combination, that interior, those inserts. It's got it's got these centerline auto drags on it. Mate, everything about this car screams staunch. It'd be actually nice to get hold of the owner of this car and get the specs on it, because I'm definitely not doing it justice. Looks like it's got a narrow diff under it. And as Tex walks around the car, colour-coded bumpers, you've got to see this thing in the sunlight. It is freaking amazing. So yeah, it's got the classic Hornet scoop on the bonnet there, rear chin spoiler. So you can always tell the HXs because they've got the vertical bar style grille on it. Yeah, wow. This definitely lights up. Right? This one of my favourites so far, that's for sure. Check out this EK convertible. Back doors have been welded. This guy's got the right idea. Probably just like an old shed find that he's decided to customise. Great car. And we've got this classic HZ. Reason why I've always liked these, when we've just compared this one to the tough HX up the end of it, this is a classic style car. This is how it was. This came out of the factory. Colour-coded bumpers. It's got the those honeycomb style rims, the tartan interior. You know, these cars are absolute classics. You know, it may look strange now, but looking at this colour scheme and these interiors, it just absolutely works. And this does not look like it's modified. It's got the 308, probably got an M21. It's even got rear Venetians. Yeah. And what more could be said? We've got the Leyland brothers right here live. 3 cars. It's so unique to see one, let alone 3, in the same car park. You know, we've got a V8. I'm going to say the green one's obviously powered by a V8. Don't know much about that yellow one yet because the bonnet's down on it. This one says Leyland Super. I wish these guys, if they were around, they could just have a quick chat with us. Oh yeah, so we've got 3 V8s in a row. And it's just great that these guys are actually looking after them. Like I said, it's super rare to see 3 of these, let alone in these colours, mate. All 3 of these cars just pop. As I mentioned before, you know, they had that legacy trait of being able to fit a 44-gallon drum in the boot of them, but that aside, good cars, maybe just at the wrong time to be manufactured in Australia. As you can see here with this Tirana, classic old style body lines, and what makes this one unique, it hasn't been chopped for flares. You know, it's got big rims and tyres, it's got the drop tank, original interior, fantastic colour. You know, I know the guy that owns this car, and it's a credit to him. He's had it a real long time, and his brother's around here somewhere also, and he's got a real street sleeper of an LCLJ. But man, this is a nice car. It's that temptation not to chop it up. And it's actually good that he never done that, because these four doors are getting rare, especially with these rear guards not being chopped. And just to think, this is how it came out of the factory, minus those pro wheels. You know, that colour, those blackouts. Great car, great car. Nice Fairlane making its way through. Simmons. Nice and cammy. Man, I love those cars. We've got another nice VH Commodore here. This thing's tough. It's black. It's got the big 19-inch Urshmas on it. You could have ordered this car in this combination with the smaller 15-inch wheels, but in black, if back in the day. Everything on this car has been blacked out, which is unusual, because he's even done the chrome trims. Wind splitters. It has a reverse scoop on the bonnet. The classic Group 2, Group 3 rear spoiler. SLE tail lights. This is a nice car as well. Looks fantastic in black. Yeah, it's got these side skirts. You know, when you look at the difference between those and the VKs had the lower style, or the little reverse slip that went up the rear passenger door. But tough looking car overall. And just for comparison, we're doing those side-by-side comparisons of that. So we've just seen the black one. So it had the full spoiler kit, had the 19-inch Urshmas. Now we're over to the red one. Now the red one has got its classic 15-inch wheels. It's got a 253 with the cold air induction. So if this is like an SS, whether it's a Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 style car, but it's got some sneaky features in it, which I really like. The classic air cleaner with that cold air snorkel. It's got the chrome rocker covers. So this may have even had the Group 1 package, which meant blueprinted cylinder heads. It's got the extractors. Judging by the compliance plate, a 253 matched to an M21 was a rear combo back in the day. So this would be a fantastic car. Mate, great car. Now this thing's like begging for a restoration, because these are high dollar cars as well once they're finished. Probably needs its original seats again, because they've got this certain material that they're factory fitted with. But all in all, he or she has bought it out today, and proud to have that bonnet up, so it doesn't matter what you have, just bring it out. Big Chevy Impala, just making its way in here. Look at the boots on the back of it. Ooh, that's a big girl, that's for sure. Yeah, we're going to have to set aside 2 parking bays for that big thing. Great cars. They were super popular in America in the 60s. One of their best sellers back in the day. Got the classic Kragars on it, some sort of custom purple paint job. And judging by those guards, it's saying that it's a 327. We'll see that to believe it. And here's that car we were talking about before. You've got to really pay attention to this XY here. It's been grafted over a BA Falcon Ute. So as you look in the engine bay, we know it's got the Boss motor in it, but you can see by the strut towers, the back firewall, and just like I said before, I didn't give this guy credit because I had to do a double take on when I was looking at this Ute. Stretch front guards. So somehow he's managed to extend those guards. He's extended the back bed on this, and it still has its retrofitted an XY interior into this. So yeah, more and more I look at this car, I'm trying to get my head around how he's done the roof line, which is XY, the doors, which are XY. You know, it's a throwback with the XR seat, so there's a bit of a compromise there. Yeah, it's a tricky car once you get your head in around it.
Still looks like an XY.
It's definitely like an XY, that's for sure. You have to look at it twice to know what you're looking at. Good on you, buddy. Love it.
Thanks, bud.
Classic yellow paintwork. It's a 57 Chev two-door, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Standard, 100% standard. As we look around it, faultless chrome. And you can see it still has that original style engine in it, even with a front-mounted filler tube. Man, this thing, you've got to see this thing in person. It is fantastic. Bel Air, has the chrome badges on it.
I believe it's close as it can to original. Yes, yeah. It was in a car show in America, so the only thing I've done is the brake booster difference,
Gotcha,
because this, I wanted this at the front. That's the only for safety, yeah. But everything underneath is as good as this, yeah.
Wow. That interior is just dreamy. You know, whether it's standard or factory release like that, I really don't know, but just the mouldings, that dash, looks like it's a power glide car. Massive, like, white walls, those nice trims. Far out. This is a fantastic car, absolutely fantastic car. All that nice paint, door guard. Jeez, is that a base ply? Old school tyre in there. Look at these moulds. So we've got this VL Calais with this, obviously you can see this metallic paint job. Now there's two things in America that are making a massive comeback at the moment, and that's bib and brace overalls and ski boat style paint jobs. And this is real heavy on the flake, as Tex is trying to capture. It's like a Harlequin style paint job. And it's credit, like I understand that there's a massive amount of work that's gone into this car. It's nice and straight. It's got this fucking changed chameleon style paint job on it that no matter what angle you're kind of looking at it, it's just changing. Big Walkinshaw rims on it. And it's hard to say what's powering it. I'm going to say a turbo of some sort. But yeah, that's just a different take on a VL Calais, especially with that paint job. And it's definitely a day of the pickups in this car park at this car show. 46 Chev, custom orange paint job. Looks like it's got a gold pearl overlay over the car. Nice weld rims, cream leather interior. Beautiful car, far out. And that's the thing about these, and just that custom interior. He's got those late model race kind of seats, maybe Senator-ish, I'm going to say. Just having a quick squeeze, Lokia dash in it, custom Lokia shifter, custom dash. Beautiful car. You know, he's probably done this bed himself. A custom bed, wood panelled with those little trims on it. You know, these sort of utes, big fenders, big tyres. You know, great looking car. You know, for something that was born in 1946, hoo-wee. Super rare. Now, how sick is this? If you ever could capture what the element of hot rodding is, blown, 34, hoo-wee. Zoomy pipes on it, blower, offset rims and tyres. You know, it's running the big front runners with the big boots on the back. Fantastic paint job. Ooh. He's got that legacy, like the Cam Brothers sticker on the door, the moon eyes on those front guards there near the fender. I'm just going to whiz around and zoom into that interior. Flame inserts on the seats, billet steering wheel. Man, I love how it's got the checkered race stripes over the side of the car. Even this old style Cam Brothers logo on the side of it. Now, when you look at cars like this, whether it's a promotional vehicle or this is his toy, ooh. Jeez, look at those tyres under the back of it. Ooh. Now, of course, I give it that's a glass car for sure, but hey, I'm still drinking this in. Like he's, I'm going to take it, that's a blown 454. Hillborn scoop, double carbs on it. Man, oh man. Really have a look as Texas panning on this car. This is super tough. You know, when you look at rods, they don't get much tougher than this, that's for sure. And even at this car show, we've got build number 130 VL Walkinshaw. These things are amazing cars. You know, we know, like I've said this before, but these were wind tunnel tested by Tom Walkinshaw. That's why it's got that really unusual body kit on it. And just to match it, it's got that stunning colour on it. You know, these will be one of the most sought after cars in the future. That is for sure. Just hope you can hear me over this tough looking HZ that's just going past. You know, now that we're back to this VL, it's got the big Walkinshaws. These are a later style rim and tyre package, but that's basically what they had, but in a 16 inch. And if we get to my VRSS, we'll have a look. That's got the correct size walkies on it. As you're just looking inside that interior, it's got that classic grey stitch, you know, that racing style, shield style seat, a little bit wider. You know, that door trim, that colour combination, awesome steering wheel, and you know, and it's a manual. It's like, what more could you want out of these late model cars? That's for sure. Big rims and tyres, great looking car, good spoiler, it's in good condition. Like I said, this is on my hit list. We'll put one of these in the collection soon enough. Good on you, bro. We've seen this oh shit, Jerry. We've seen this HK coming in off the main road, and this colour absolutely pops in the sunlight. It's in a shady position at the moment, but we can see it's got a small block Chev in it. Ram horn style exhaust manifolds, which was classic to this car. Now I can see a few performance goodies in there, so we know this has got some freaking horsepower. Now the HK Braham was that kind of trend that started the Statesman movement. This is the original one to compete against the Fairlanes. You know, it's got that candy apple paint job, black vinyl roof, and that's what the standard interior looked like back in the day, those push button style seats. Column auto pile glide by the looks of it. Great car, holy shit. Big rims and tyre. This colour is amazing. We can just capture a bit of it on the rear quarter here. Man, this thing's faultless. Yeah, it's just panning around, twin pipes, the whole lot going on. Yeah, just at the moment I can't bend down, so I can't see if it's got the massive 12 bolt under it. Great car overall. And one thing that makes these things unique, like as we can see, this back window, it's only specific to Brahms and Prems. So if you ever see a Kingswood, you'll notice that the Kingswood's got the bigger back windscreen, where the Brahms and the Prems run that limo style rear window. Nice HQ 1-tonner. Great colour on that actually. Pro wheels. I've always said it, awesome burnout machines. I like how he's done the wheel arches on that rear tray. Classic XY GT. Black vinyl roof. Almost looks like a Rhino Chaser. When you look at these things, it's really hard to tell the South Africans versus the Aussie GTs. Especially with that vinyl roof style. 5-slot rims. Good looking car actually. That's something how I'd have that style. Nice and quiet actually. Not obnoxious, it's just rolling through. You even have a couple of rat rods out here. Not that this front one's a rat rod. This one's been featured on Raw Talk, the old tar rat. And just look at the motor in it. This one's Ford powered, which is unusual for a Ford hot rod. Good looking motor, side pipes. It's got the hairpin front end in it. Snake skin steering wheel, awesome skull, fitted to that freaking B&M race shifter. Great looking dash actually, those little flames there. Even packing a 9-inch. Now this thing would be classed as your ultimate go-kart. You know, when you look at it for power to weight, I'm not familiar with this 4-link front bar suspension setup, but hey wee. Man, this thing would be a handful. Just weighing it up, that everything about it is super light. like a 5.1 Cleveland. I'm going to say it's whether it's C4 or a C6 automatic. Got this, the old style bug catcher on it. And then, just for comparison, once again, we're doing that freaking to and fro today. We've got this style of rat rod. Small block Chev in it. Classic, that look like the vintage Corvette rocker covers. Some sort of Team G racing intake on it. Looks like old school power pack heads. And you know, more and more I look over this car, it's got that, like a Tirana. I'm going to say that's like some sort of Tirana front end on it. He's adapted it onto this rod. So I'm just running my eye over it and I'm thinking this is like a real classic budget build. That he may have cobbled it together in his shed, but far out. The Mexican blanket, the steering wheel, we'll look at the shifter and the hand grip. Ooh, well, the part break in it. Those two items are probably original to this car. A little ute tray on the back. You know, I'm willing to say there's some sort of fuel tank inside that old suitcase. Yeah, g'day, welcome to Raw Talk. I've got Ken here beside me, and this is his awesome 67 Camaro. Managed to get him over here just so he could tell us a brief background on it. So Ken, how did this car come about?
It was on the side of the road for sale, and my wife actually went and surprised me and bought it for me.
Hey, imagine having a wife like that.
Yeah.
So is this how you bought it, or did
No,
you restore it to this?
It had a lot of bog in it. I actually put new fenders, new quarter panels, one door skin, one door, and a complete restoration down to bare metal.
Wow, so now actually as the story deepens, you know, Ken's put a lot of effort into this car. This just wasn't a simple project, so...
It's original colour.
Oh wow.
So it's how it come off the showroom floor.
Yep. And your subtle touches, was that boot spoil and that...
That was already on it.
Okay.
Yeah, all I did was just got it sprayed and tinted the windows, I think. Yeah, put new wheels on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've mentioned this before, the 67s and 68s are my favourite out of the early girl Camaros. And personally, I lean towards the 67s purely because of that quarter window. I think they're freaking cool. And this has got a 350. Was that what came out in these cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But this has got a 350 crate motor in it.
Gotcha. I wasn't familiar if it was a 327 car or a 350
They
car.
They come out in quite a few different sizes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what gearbox has it got, mate?
It's got a 300 turbo 300.
Oh, turbo 300
Yep.
style. Okay. Must be one of the earliest styles when you talk the turbo boxes.
It's the first of the Camaros, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. So as Tex is just moving around the car, it's got that nice interior, these low buckets. Ooh-wee. You know, not much seat there, but I can imagine you're mainly holding onto that steering wheel when you're driving this thing.
Yep,
That's
definitely.
for sure. I've got to say thank you so much, Ken.
You're very welcome.
Good on you, buddy. Now this show brings out all sorts. First of all, look at this colour scheme. Retro stripes. That's what I love about this freaking car. Extra cab, Mazda Bravo, with a sneaky, I'm going to say, is this the owner we've got beside us? Sure is. What's your name, buddy?
I'm Shane.
Shane. John, welcome to Raw Talk.
Pleasure, John. Thank you.
What is that motor, buddy?
So it's a little 302 Windsor.
Only, he says, yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, it's an AU running gear. We just have carby swapped it. The chap that was just here, that's Steve Colucci. He actually built the whole car for us.
I do know Steve well, yep.
Yeah, lovely guy. There's not too much to say. I mean, we did go right back to bare block. He'd freshened everything up. Built the heads with John Dowsett.
Wow.
Cam, T5 manual.
Oh, yeah, we're talking, yep.
Yeah, I just wanted something different, and I think we did that.
And you've captured it, like,
There's no chassis mods. All we've done is build engine mounts and a trans mount. The cuts are here. Essentially, we just got a bigger radiator, and so now we can pull the whole front end out, so the engine's out quickly.
yeah.
But we didn't really need that as a modification.
No, well said. Like,
Yeah.
and this is a great project. You started off with a nice extra cab ute, managed to shoehorn a 302 in it with a T5, which is fantastic. And mate, this is his project. He brings it out to all these car shows. No doubt it does an amazing skid because it's a ute. And what sort of horsepower do you reckon you've got here?
Yeah, so we just went to BYE Performance, and they give it a bit of a tweak the other day. We actually went from 245 horsepower to 293 at the wheels.
Awesome.
With some rejetting and a bit of tuning and that. So those guys have done an amazing job.
And just panning around the interior, the original brown. Just look at these door trims. And this is factory, like this.
Yeah.
This is like a high-end, you know, extra cab back in the day.
Everything's
You know, look at that.
full original.
You know, this is why you kind of pick this car. You just don't scrap it. You shoehorn a V8 into it and you make the best of a great situation. I love that interior scheme. Good, absolute great combination. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Pleasure. Thanks very much.
Thank you, mate.
Cheers.
If you haven't watched Bullet in your life, do yourself a favour, jump on Netflix, watch Bullet, and then you'll see what these things are meant to be like. And this car is awesome, but you get an idea of why they've got a legendary status. Nice car. Tex is just taking it in. HT Kingswood, 350 Chev, alley heads. Ooh. No, I actually thought, so it's got this original 10 bolt underneath it. Big Simmons. Yeah, bud, those FR1s. And look at this interior. Custom red leather interior with the pressing studs along the inserts on those seats. It's got that beautiful old style HT Monaro steering wheel, Monaro bonnet, Monaro guards, good chrome work. Man, that is a killer. Great car. This is this guy's take on it. You know, that gunmetal grey and red looks awesome together. Now check out this big girl, big XC. These things are tough as. You know, it looks like a GS. It's got the twin headlights. Bit of a custom paint job. Some sort of mobiliser fitted to this front guard. No, it's got those, ooh, just panning into the interior there. You can see the dash, you know, it's got all the full instrumentation. It's a manual car. Houndstooth style interior, you know, my apologies, I don't know what sort of style of inserts they are. Billet vistas, well, you can just see those rims. Four-wheel disc brakes, rear boot spoiler. And yeah, it's just Texas going underneath the car there. Oh yeah, classic 9-inch. So we're going to say this is a 5.1 top loader car. Exactly everything that you ever want in a Ford. Even has that lift-up rear Venetian. That's rare. You know, this car is just like that run-out special where it's got all those goodies on it. GS style, fuel cap, side vents, front spoiler. Man, this thing is nice. Big F100. There's Texas paint around that engine bay. It's like a monster big block in there. Big AFD heads. 6.4. 6.4, the man said it. It's got 6.4, it's fuel injected, MSD. It's an angry looking F100 as things are being blacked out. It's just that style of kind of pickup truck. Man, it looks tough. I've got to say that. Oh, menacing. More and more you walk around it. Yeah, those funky little rear view mirrors, like skull claw. Yeah, funny, these kind of cars shed a lot of components with the XCs, so you can marry up dashes and glove boxes and bits and pieces, especially in those late 70s. Big rims and tyres. So it's like an F100 long bed. Oh. Yeah, she's a beast, mate, no doubt about it. What's not to say about a CL 770 Charger? I had one of these back in the day, so I can tell you they are brutal, especially if you've got the 265 4-speed. This one's a 245, I'll have a quick look, automatic car. So I had something very similar to this back in the day, and man, oh man, these things are absolute burnout machines. Short wheelbase, made them fantastic for handling. This style of Charger, the Americans go nuts over them, that short wheelbase, that swept back roof line. These are fantastic cars. You know, like I had one of these back in the day, and I'm well aware of how good they go. And even in standard trim, they are absolutely fast. Good looking cars, real good looking cars.
All right.
G'day Marco, welcome to Raw Talk. Your truck or pickup has caught our attention. Can you tell us a little bit about it, buddy?
It's an International KB3. It was a truck, a flatbed.
Yep.
We put a 6.4 Hemi in it. Chrysler 300 cradle.
Okay.
SRT back end. A 6.4 Hemi SRT motor in the front. Rodtech front end. We fabricated the tub ourselves, and yeah.
So I was just going to say, don't let this build deceive you. This is a real high-end build. Like just through that Hemi, like Marco said, that Chrysler cross member and those bits and pieces through this car. You know, more and more he pans around and you drink this up. This is an expensive build. Look at these rims and tyres on this Tex. Look at how that massive offset on the back end. You know, like Marco said, custom tray on the back of it, that tub style. Man, oh man, this thing would be a weapon.
It's a good cruiser and goes fast.
So have you ever thought about getting this down the quarter?
I don't abuse.
You're just a driver?
I'm a driver.
I get that.
I've got 4 other vehicles and I just drive them. If you abuse them, you break them, then you can repair them. They cost too much.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I run a few cars myself, but and I love this colour combo. Is this how it was born, or is this unique to your design?
That's unique to my design. I just wanted a dirty white and a dirty green.
Yep.
And that's what I decided to do.
No, it definitely works. I like the yellow and I like this colour combo. You know, credit to you, Marco, man. You've done a great job here, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for being on Raw Talk, mate.
You're welcome.
Good on you, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Now, as we're looking at this Monaro, it does look like an Australian, but these are the South African version with the Chevelle front end on it, the twin headlights, these SS's. So this guy's obviously imported it back from South Africa. So a lot of guys get these mixed up, but man, credit to these cars. 350, don't know. This is obviously the HG style, judging by the back tail lights. So it's either 70, 71 model. And I thought most of these cars were 308 cars back in the day, so it was a 308 Powerglide car, but this guy may have done an upgrade on it. But, you know, this is an affordable way. If you want to take that chance and import one of these out of South Africa, you might be able to get yourself a nice Monaro. And I absolutely do love these front ends, that style. And that's like loosely based on the Impala front end, so that's why they copied that and they grafted onto our Australian cars. Now, doesn't this colour pop? My goodness, like a turquoise blue. You know, when you look at rods, this is a nice family tourer, far out. Packing a Cleveland, nice leather interior, and it's a rag top. Is that fixed? I don't know much about those ones, but it looks like it's removable. Beautiful interior on it. Running boards, world wheels. Man, this colour is amazing. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, but just down low under there on that diff centre there, all that diff housing. Just a real subtle touch of that skull hand grabbing that rear view mirror as well. Classic, nice touch. Nice classic 58 Chevy to all the Mark Griskas of the world. Woohoo. Man, oh man, how do you spell tough? GMHQ 74. Far out. Big reverse scoop, custom big wheels and tyres under it. Man, that thing is sick. That reminds me of a guy back in my local neighbourhood. His name was Steve Pappas. He had something very similar to that. He built a blue on blue HQ, all that monochrome style car. When we look at this HK Kingswood station wagon, subtle. He's got that patina style body paint on it. So that sounds awesome as well, actually. I like how he's done it. It's probably rust free, but he's just given it that look. Nice little Jag. Very astute. Someone's going to have to school me on the difference between those 65 and 66s. I tend to get that confused, but I absolutely love notchback Mustangs. And here's that South African Monaro we made a reference to earlier. That front end, unique. So when you see those sort of cars, it's good to see he's kept that front end on it. A lot of guys quickly just take them off, put the Australian front end on, but man, that's exactly how you'd want to keep it. And it's an SS. Great old classic LH SLR Tirana. Beautiful and original, even down to the 13-inch wheels with the hubcaps. Look at that. It even got the GM rear mud flaps on it. Small tailpipes. Man, that's the way it was born. RX2, anyone? Truck and load, just making its way through. Beautiful custom ute, this one. Tried to get an interview, but that's how it goes. Man, oh man, that is lumpy. Beautiful AMC as well. Oh, wow. And there's that classic HT we were speaking about before. Great car. Nice Kingswood, far out. There's a lot of money spent on that girl, that's for sure. A few cars are leaving now, so we'll just try and glance over a few of them. Old mate with his XT GT here. Zircon green, by the looks of it, or something along those colours. I spoke about this before, these XCs, especially those headlights. Great car, Fairmont gear. Man, I like those cars. Marco, this awesome International. Hemi powered, by the way. And believe me, don't underestimate these station wagons. Might be even packing a 2JZ, you just do not know. You've been warned. Classic DeVille Statesman, and I love the strikers that are on it. Like period correct rims and tyres. And here comes that nasty Dodge Phoenix. These things packing some horsepower. This is actually in the Raw Talks Hall of Fame, so if you want to go back and have a look at it, it's in the archives there. Oh, the rims and tyres under it. The window surrounds are all ooh-wee. And the van, gotta love a WB panel van. And here's that Walkinshaw, man, far out. Awesome. Have to be. Oh. Check out this for a battleship. Awesome freaking car. Thunderbird. So hey buddy, land a helicopter on that bonnet. Loving life. I did want to catch up with this guy with this Morris, but just kind of lured me. He was telling me that he's retrofitted with a 900cc motor, so it's had the upgrade. And he's had that since he was a young man, and that's some time. There's that nasty Chev. Ooh-wee, cubic, nice. Oh, that's nasty, listen to that. It's hard, because we've got so many cars here that it's kind of getting muffled with the exhaust note, but beautiful GTS, HQ, far out, love that colour combo. Even has mud flaps. What a great car. Beautiful car. And another HQ. Sunburst in colour, blackouts, welds. Man, looks like it's fitted with a late model, I'm going to say Statesman interior. Fucking super tough XD with his wife driving. Awesome, awesome car. Nice stylish HQ Monaro coupe. Great cars. Ooh, hey man, that's lumpy as well. Bit of a Lone Wolf McQuay special there. Whoop, not the marquee. The big Bronco. Fuck yeah, great car. And here's that sneaky VH we were speaking about before. That's a rare car. Super clean HQ, well body Ute. See you, miss. Oh, love this thing. We wanted to frickin', I knew that thing was going to be angry, but the owner wasn't around, so we couldn't really have a chat to him about it. Nice XD. Classic old car. You have to see this colour in person as well. It's like there's a few cars in this car park that absolutely explode. But look at that colour. Ooh-wee. Great colour. And I love this. If you can't hear it, it's got the 186 badge on it with the centre lines on it. that is a great street sleeper. Beautiful. Another two-door Monaro. And he's got that sneaky 186 badge on that as well. That's lumpy as well. The old hatchback. Love those cars. Another one where you could park that helicopter on the bonnet, but like a Lincoln Continental town car or something. Big F100 with that big angry motor in it. Ooh, right. Now look at the colour of this thing. My goodness. Man, I love the colours. Just coming to these car shows blows you away. Ooh. Old Evil 76, especially with that lower Caprice grille. He's got those offside, that pro stocker look. That's nasty. Couple of HSV boys rolling out. Good collector's car. 300, probably a Callaway motor, GDS. And probably something that he cruised in with he's packing a VY HSV also. Beautiful old Tirana here. Mr. Colucci's, sunburst yellow, pro wheels. Beautiful. Man, I love that thing. Bright colour, bright blackouts. It's the way it was born. What more can you say? Old EJ. Yeah, man, that does it for today. It was a great turnout today down here at the Byford Equestrian Centre in the Country Club. As you can see, a few cars are leaving, but all in all, it's been a great day. Amazing turnout and a good variety of cars. But hey, you see I'm wearing a Raw Talk shirt. If you want something like this, don't be afraid. Come see us at a show. And if you've got something in your shed that's unique, reach out to us. We're more than happy to do an interview on you. And thanks a lot for watching Raw Talk. Hey, you got it going. Patchy.